Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Thursday the 15th of September and strap in people, we've got quite a few mods today and some complicated ones, but they're brilliant. We've got some really good mods today. We do have some updates. Before I do the updates, massive congratulations and shout out to Sir Falconator, one of my moderators on my Discord server, a long time friend and subscriber to the channel. Has just become a dad today. Congratulations to Sir Falconator. I hope mum and baby are both doing well. So, updates. We have got the map, The Lost Corner by Design Farmer Tina LNC. That says a new save game may be required, but doesn't give any more information than that. The map Brombach by The Lort has been updated, and that says it only needs a new save game if you're going to be using precision farming, because the update for that is precision farming. The map Nordstrand or North Beach by The Lort has also had an update. That says new save game required. So that's the three maps. Then the Lizard T25 by Kashdan18 Hatchback Modding. The integrated exact rate 8RX tanks by Seed Modding. The Damco Side Quest 1000 by Seed Modding and Brent Ellenberg, the Small Heating Plant by Red Phoenix, and the Old Small Weighing Station by Kobe have all had updates. In front of me then, we have got the Silo Storage and Distribution. This is by NYKK3, 14.03 megabytes download. This comes with 4 silos, multi-fruit and pallet storage, which is pretty impressive in its own right anyway. Prices are pretty good. Capacities are amazing. The tiny one, 100,000 litres. The small one, 400,000 litres. The medium is 2 million litres and the big is 6 million litres. 6 slots, 8 slots, 10 slots and 12 slots. So what I was going to show you was the fact you can put pallets into it. You can unload pallets from pallet vehicles. You can put other crops in it as well, which is great. But that's not all. So not only are they storage for pallets and other crops, so complete multi-fruit storage, it also comes with these distribution grids, I guess you would call them. These are for the 3 things that don't distribute automatically. So eggs, wool and honey that produce onto pallets, but you have no way of distributing them on elsewhere. These are distribution pads. So I put one down for the honey, I put one down for the wool, but I haven't done the egg one yet because I was just going to show you how you put it down. It won't actually transport any eggs yet because obviously I've got all the eggs here and it would need to run through a few more cycles. So let's go into build mode. Let's go to silos first. So out on the end there, 20 grand for the tiny silo, 100,000 in capacity, 100 grand for the small silo, 400,000. Medium silo, 180 grand for 2 million litres of storage, and that's each product. That's not total, that's each product. And then 450,000 for 6 million litres of each product. If we then go up to animals and the ones that is relevant to, so sheep, out on the end there, the wool distributor, it's 500 and it's 2 slots. If we go to our chickens, the one there, 500 and 2 slots. Now the chicken one I haven't done, so what will happen is, that's interesting. There we go. So you get it like that. And what you need to do is overlay it where your pallets spawn. Now the one that's already in there probably won't. So if you overlay it where it spawns, that should be alright, just about there. Oops, hang on, where are we? And then we go over to that and click on it. So we turn it on, and then that needs to be switched to distributing. Now it says materials missing, obviously there's a pallet in there at the moment, so it won't work with pallets that are already there. I'm just going to double check that because one of them, it did say something about that. No, so the ones I've got already would have to go and be sold elsewhere, but any new pallet that spawns, it will spawn, it will disappear, and it will transfer over to the storage silos. Now, I've got a quick video I'm going to show you of the wool doing exactly that. They have to be set to distributing, otherwise they'll store, which is fine, they'll store here, they just won't be visible. And if you go onto there and then set them to distributing, it will do this. Cool. So if we go over to the silos and we go to this one, for example, if we click on that, so you see all the things that can be incoming over this side, all the things that can be storing. If we go up, we should get to, there's some honey there, and we've got some wool there. Now, interestingly, because I've got 4 of them placed, all 4 of them, it splits the honey and the wool coming from the sheep and the bees between all 4. Most of it going to the larger one over here. So if I click on this, on this side you'll see honey 3,388 litres and wool 646. So it did split it. Now that needs to do it on the hour. It won't go straight away. On the hour it will do it, and it will send them off to here, which is absolutely fantastic. But what we've also got just over here, let me just open this menu up. That one on, come to there. It says turn on pallet spawn. If I do that, it moves those out the way, which means that if you've got stuff on storing, the first 3 or 4 pallets will show here. If you don't want those pallets showing because you want to save pallet space, you can put those in the way, so it will just keep it stored in there and you'll have no pallets showing there. However, if you're ready to take your pallets out, you can do that, or you can do it depending on what vehicles you're using, because there are so many auto loads now and trailers and things like that. You can do it from the spout, so you've got your putting in, taking out, and that's the same for each one of these. Each one has a little point where we can get to, there you go, where it'll move those out of the way. We'll put them back. So what I wanted to show you as well is that you can put into, should be able to, there you go. So you can put in like that, so it'll take your pallets like that. You can put in, if you've got an auto load, or you can distribute here from the production chains, that's also fine. Should get the thing come up in a moment, so into unload, there we go. So that's serial, that's unloading into there. And then if we use the this one here, just show you that things we can take out. I think it's brilliant. They're really great. Prices are great, capacities are amazing. I love those distribution things for those 3. For the eggs, wool and honey, it's one of those things that's not mega annoying, but that's really handy. Brilliant thing to have. I hope I've done that justice. That's the Silo Storage and Distribution by NYKK3. Awesome. Moving on from there, we've got the Gravelhall. This is by LS Design, 5.96 megabytes download, 7 slots on console. 3-door. Come inside. We've got the option to turn shed lights on or off, like so. Nicely made, nicely designed. This is 106,000. You'll find it under build mode and sheds. So if that's the sort of thing you're looking for, that's by LS Design, the Gravelhall. Next, we've got this. It's just one of those days it's going to be. And it's another pallet thing. It's interesting how these things have happened at the same time. This is the additional pallet storage. Sorry, just checking my notes. Additional pallet storage. This is by GH66 mods. 0.04 megabytes download, 1 slot each, and I'll show you what that means. This will work with, it does say the standard 11 production chains, I think it says. Yeah, support for each of the 11 base game production types. This increases the storage capacity. So sometimes they reach storage capacity and you've had it. I find it a lot with the spinnery. If you get contracts for doing wool or cotton, especially cotton harvesting, if the spinnery's full, mind you, that can be a lot of times this is processing speed. So rather than it filling up and you've been in trouble, we can add additional storage space. I've done it here with the raisins. If we click on this there, so you'll see that's the processing unit, and over this side we are processing. I've got them both on storing. So what happens is as the pallets come out, they then go into the additional pallet storage space, which will run up to 250,000 litres. So that's added over the top, the same as the last one was. So our spawn point is usually here. By adding the extra spawn point on the outside, the additional, it puts the first few pallets there, then the rest will store inside. So I've got grape juice and raisins storing up to 250,000 litres. So what you do, if you go into productions, if I, doesn't matter which one I pick, let's just go with bakery. Let's put a bakery down. Is that the right way around? That will do for the time being. Put our bakery there, and we come out. Actually, what we want then is silo extensions. Go to silo extensions and far across, you've got all of these. So they're one slot each anyway, 2,500 by, and they are for the base game. So the first one there is bakery, additional pallet space, 250,000 litres, and then you just roll through until you find the one you want for whichever one you're going to use. So if I go to bakery, we take that. Now it does say with this, if I put it like that, that covers the whole thing and puts the spawn bit out to the side. You do have to press triangle to get that, because at the moment it's saying overlaps with another object. So do that and you'll be fine for placing it. If the spawn point is much larger than this overlay, or you want to put it that way round, for example, in case you want to put it that way round, as long as you cover up where the first pallet will spawn, so it's normally the left hand side, as long as you cover up that point, the pallets will go into storage. So do that. And over here now, if I run everything through my bakery, what would normally come out into the space here will spawn there to start off with, and then go into storage of 250,000 litres. So it's just another accessory to expand and extend your storage capacity on the base game production chains, which is pretty cool. Additional pallet storage by GH66 mods. Next we've got this. It's a day for silos. This is the Multifruit Silo Br Brazil. This is by naimog mod. It is 9.38 megabytes download, 15 slots on console, 230,000 to buy with a 1.3 milliliter capacity. It is colossal. So putting in is done there, taking out is done over there under that pipe, and over here we do have a light switch for turning our lights on and off. This you are going to need a big space. If you go into build mode and zoom out, you'll see sort of the size of it. But the detail is brilliant. The ladders everywhere and all the various different pipes that go between the various different buildings. This you'll find under silos. Did I go past it? There it is there. Multifruit Silo Br 1.3 milliliter capacity. So yeah, Multifruit Silo, including fertilizer, lime and other products it will take. So yeah, big old building. Multifruit Silo Br by naimog mod. Next we've got over here, this is the Dairy Sheep Pack. This is by erShaba VSR Modding Sir. It is 5.29 megabytes download. This comes with 3 new sheep pens for doing sheep milk. It comes with a sell point for your sheep's milk or sheep cheese, and it also comes with a dairy for taking your sheep's milk and turning it into sheep's cheese. So, oh, and a tanker as well. We've got a tanker with this too. So, yeah, fair bit of stuff here. If we start off going into, yeah, let's go into animals, and we go to our sheep. So these 3 here, 19 grand for a 60 sheep pasture, which is this one here. You will need to put water in that, but that will hold 60 for 19 grand, which I think is brilliant. Then the next one along is 39 grand. That will hold 60. That doesn't require water because that's got a building with it. And then for 75 grand, you can have the one that does 120 sheep. Also doesn't require water. Slot counts on those are 2 slots, 9 slots, 2 slots, 9 slots, and 10 slots. So that's the sheep pens. So once you put your grass in there and water with this one, it will produce sheep's milk. So these won't do wool, they will only do sheep's milk. Then if we go into here to tools, and it might be under miscellaneous. Let's go to miscellaneous and roll across just there. The milk tanker, 10,000 litre capacity, 12 grand to buy. Options on it, we've got Trelleborg, BKT, Vredestein, back again on the Trelleborg, got standard or wide, and we've got a rim colour option of anything on that pallet. So 10,000 litre capacity for your sheep's milk, which then transports over to your dairy to make sheep's cheese. So what we're going to do is grab that. If we then go into build mode and we go to productions, go to sell points. So just there, 15 grand, that's 12 slots, which then comes down to 1. As you can see, that's your sell point. So that's for, that will do regular milk as well, it will do regular cheese as well, but it does the sheep's milk and sheep's cheese too. So that's this building here, so that's your sell point. If we come, keep doing the wrong button, if we go back to productions and go to factories, and scroll across to the end, for 60 grand you can have the sheep cheese factory, which is this one here. So that takes sheep's milk, turns it into sheep's cheese. That one is 17 slots, which also then comes down to 1. So quite an extensive pack. Now what should happen, if I'm lucky, now I won't be able to get any sheep's cheese because it's going to take a while to process, but at least you'll be able to see, hopefully, refill tank. We'll put our sheep's milk in. It's another cool alternative to have. So I can take that sheep's milk and just sell it at the sell point straight away if I want to. What we'll do, let's go around to our delivery point. Deliver our sheep's milk. If we come around to this side here, so we're on this one there, turn that on, 1,440 cycles per month. It's a 3 to 2, so you lose a little bit in the process, but that should now start producing sheep cheese. And then, like I say, when the pallets then appear, like the regular cheese ones do, they'll appear around the back here, and you can take them to sell them either there or any other sell point that will take your sheep's cheese. Whew. Okay, that's that one. Dairy Sheep Pack by erShaba VSR-modding, sir. Next, we've got this, I would say Laso Technique, but it could be the Lacotec Lh II. This is by MrSealyp, 3.52 megabytes download, 6 slots each on console. There are 2 of these. Now these are designed to turn a tractor or vehicle with a 3-point link into a forage harvester. So you click it onto your 3-point link, and then that bit attaches one of the forage harvester headers. Now the problem I had with this when I used it on Calmsden, the headers I tried to use the bigger headers, which require much more horsepower than I had available. So I've gone for one of the smaller headers here. So this pack has 2, one with an automatic pipe, which I've gone for, and one with a manual pipe. The manual pipe does say that it runs off of the front loader sort of menu. The tube is controlled via the front loader assignment, so it's advisable not to have a front loader attached when using the manual Lacotec. I've got a trailer on the back of this, so what should happen is I'll hook it up and run it. Now, you'll find this under forage harvester headers. The standard one there, base game version, is there. No options on that whatsoever. These 2 here, like I said, there's the manual version or the automatic version. I've gone for the automatic, but options on these, we've got an additional fire extinguisher you can have added on. Silage additive tank, yes or no, because you're doing silage work. So if you put the silage additive tank on it and then add some silage additive, you get a 5% bonus in yield while you're doing your silaging. And then you've got your menu for colours, so you can change the colour of it, which you can't do with the base game one. Those are options, and same options for the manual version too. So let's start this up. Cup. So like I say, it's a standard header. The header doesn't come with the pack. And what should happen, hopefully. There we go. So we're using our tractor to do silage harvesting. I mean, the big difference for us, but I guess really, it does the same as the base game one does. It's just the fact you've got, you know, an extinguisher option, colour options, and you've got a manual one as well. Like I said, just be careful because some of the larger headers, because they're used to running off a forage harvester, if you use too big a forage harvester header, it just can't run it. So that's why I've gone for a small one. So that's the Lacotec Lh II by MrSealyp. I'm just going to put this next to here because I need that now. Drop that off. Move that out of the way. Because next we're going to look at this. This is the Krone Big X series by Kyosho. 20.54 megabytes download, 25 slots on console. It's very nice. We do have the standard one in game, but this has got a few extra bells and whistles like tracks, extended pipe, a few different engine configurations, so you don't have to go for the 1180. You can go for a smaller one, which works out a little bit cheaper when you first start out. There's some manual adjustment or manual for raising and lowering the cab, a few bits and bobs of that. Really nicely made mod. It looks absolutely brilliant. So we go up to our vehicles, go to our forage harvesters. So the base game one is just there, the Big X 1180. 515 grand, 18 slots. Like I said, this one is 25 slots, but it does come down to two options on this. We've got attachers. This is for the back. So you've got a standard attacher, or you've got a ball head coupling. So depending on what trailers you want to tow with it, you can put that on. Wheel choices, let's zoom out a little bit. We've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, and then Lizard. Lizard has got your crawler tracks. So you've got a 27.5 inch belt. Hang on. 31.5 belt, sorry, tracks. 35.4 or 39.3. If we go back up, and then we go to Trelleborg, we've got standard, wides, twins, and that's the same on each one of them. So you've got a standard, a wide, and a twins for each of the various different tyre tread options. So finding the one you like is entirely up to you. Around on the back, we've got 800 kilo weight, 1600, 2400, 3200, or back to 800, with or without air horn. So you can have air horns on the top. Sounds like a lorry, which is cool. Puts them on and off, also as well as the sound. Windows default, tinting 25%, 30%, or off. So whichever you'd rather go for. Diesel capacity 1,000 litres to 1,500 litres, give you a bit more range on it. Engine setup, we've got 687 horsepower, 775 horsepower, 898 horsepower, or the 1,156 horsepower. So it depends which version you want to go for. Lovely. Then we've got pipe standard, extension 150 centimetre, extension 230 centimetre, back to standard, and a license plate option on there too. So quite a few different configuration options. Let's hop in, start it up. Horn, beacons, lighting's very good. Pipe out. Huge extension on that pipe. What do we also have? Raise front load. Oh, that's for the cab. So we can manually raise and lower the cab. Good thing with that as well, you can set it at heights in between. It's not up or down. You can pick and choose. There are beacons in the back too. Now that is obviously a very small header for a very large harvester, but guess what I should have done? Is detach the trailer as well. Bear with me just a second. Raise the cab up so we can see what we're doing over the corn. And away we go. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Very cool mod. That's the Krone Big X series by Kyosho. Next, we've got this. This is the Sipstar 43012T. This is by BGamer003. 8.27 megabytes download, 6 slots on console, 4.3 meter wide windrower. You'll find it under tools and windrowers. $8,500, slot count comes down to 1, only requires 45 horsepower. You can have old design or new design. And you've got support a support leg, or you can have support wheels. Stabilizers if you're new to riding a SIP windrower. Those are your options. Now, from in here on our menu, we've got rotate, crane. So you can do that and that. We'll see when it opens. We've also got the option to raise and lower it. So for transport, you can get it right up out the way if you want to. Or if you're using the support wheels, you have it all the way down. And then you can raise and lower it in the field manually if you wish. Unfold the windrower. And then if we go back to that, We can move that all the way out, so it will move out to the right. Now I haven't got a field freshly mown, but we can turn it on, just move the stuff over to one side, but you'll see. We'll do the job. And then we can raise it up out the way as well if we want to. Steep hillsides, that kind of thing. That's really cool. I like the animation on that. That's brilliant. Then fold it back up again. That's very straightforward. The Sipstar 43012T by B Gamer 003. Next, we've got this, which is also very cool. This is the Ponsse 3-point Woodharvester by Kenny456, 9.61 megabytes download, 9 slots on console. This is a front 3-point link or rear 3-point link, whichever you'd rather. If you've got a tractor where you can change your driving direction, you can have it, well, you can have it on the back anyway. It's entirely up to you. But it's a tree harvester. Well, it's just the same as the others. It's a cheaper alternative than buying one of the standard harvesters. I know we've had cranes and various different things. I like this. I think one came out a while back, but I might have been on holiday and I didn't do a review of it. But anyway, regardless of that, you'll find it under forestry equipment. It's 70 grand. There you go. No options on it. You get it just like that. 190 horsepower required to run it. Let's hop into here. And hook up. So when you get close to your tree, now you need to be fairly close to trees. So this is the sort of thing that you might do in between a few different trees. So in between like the three that are just there, maybe just pull up between them. Then you can rotate the thing round and then lift it up, move off and you know, just go to somewhere else. But what we'll do is unfold tree harvester, puts the support legs down, and with the support legs down, it's quite tricky to move it. As you can imagine, they're designed for that very reason. But we do have the option, let's get in there. Turn the lights on so you can see. We've got rotate, left and right, up and down. We've got up and down that way and in and out. So we've got plenty of movement, plenty of distance on it. We can turn it on like so. I don't think we've got the option. Oh, we might have. Yes, we have. We can tilt the head on it as well. That's brilliant. So we can rotate the head round in whatever direction we want to as well. We can also change our cut length in half-metre increments. Goes up quite a long way, as you can see. So if you want to strip an entire tree up to 25 metres, you can. Let's just set that to, let's say 4s, for example. Put it to one side, just get the tree to fall, hopefully in the correct way. Lovely. I have to say, I really do like this. I think it's brilliant. No, it's not likely. I haven't tried it on one of the real, you know, the chunky trees, you know, the massive tree trunks. But then I don't think, being that it's attached to a 3-point link, it's probably designed to do the real big boys. That's I'm not saying it won't, but I like that. Today's been a day of some absolutely corking mods. There we go. Brilliant. The Ponsse 3-point Woodharvester by Kenny456, which brings me on to the last of the mods for today, I think. And it's this. This is the Landini 7 Series SWBBy by KRKZ-modding, 9.34 megabytes download and 17 slots on console. It's very nice. I do like the metallic paint option on this. A few different tyre choice options on it as well. It's also got a sport mode. You'll see that in just a moment, but nicely made mod, nicely detailed. As you see, the rear window opens. We've got door, window and a few other clever bits. You'll find this under medium tractors. The standard Landini, where are we? The Series 7 Robo 6 is 150 grand. Out on the very end, 119,000 for the base model. So we've got the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Friedrichstein, Nokian and back. Under Trelleborg we have got Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Friedrichstein, Nokian, and back to Trelleborg. We've got the option of warning signs, yes or no. Front loader attacher, no. Quick power off. Engine setup, we've got 165 horsepower or 175 horsepower. Even with 175 horsepower, only adds 10 grand on, so the whole unit price, no, depending on what tyres you're going for, 130,000, so it's still cheaper than the base model. Main colour, we've got the Landini blue, or we've got the metallic. I just really quite like that. Then rim colour, we've got standard, or we've got black. License plate option on there as well. Let's jump in. Start it up. So we do have under L1, right stick side to side does the door, right stick up and down does the rear window. I don't think we've got the option for putting the signs away. But under R1, right stick side to side does the visor. Can you see the visor going up and down? It's probably look better from there. So we can do the sun visor. Or we can put it into sport mode. Drop that suspension, slam it to the deck, or raise it up if you're going over some rather rough terrain. And close the door. Here we go. Horn, lights, beacons. I do like those lights in the back as well. It's a nice tractor, this. Sounds great too. I don't think we've got the option to change driving direction. No. Interior. Lovely. So that's it. That's the Landini 7 Series SWBBy by KRKZ-modding. I hope I got it all right. That's it for the mods for today. I am going to say now, potentially there won't be a mod review from me tomorrow. I've got a load of stuff to do tomorrow and I'm going to be out early evening-ish. So depending on when mods drop, I don't think I'll get a chance to do the mod review and then edit it, post it and get it up before I need to go out. So apologies for that. I'm hoping there aren't a lot of mods tomorrow, but you never know for a Friday. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.